Catherine entered the public stage, not with noise, but with a quiet precision that would soon become her signature. At the wedding of Zara and Mike Tyndall, only months after her own globally watched ceremony, the expectations surrounding her were immense. Every eye lingered, waiting to see whether she would continue the spectacle she had already defined. Instead, she chose restraint. A cream-toned dress, delicately embroidered, paired with a sculptural hat, spoke not of dominance, but of awareness. There was intention in every detail, from the softened palette to the absence of excessive adornment. It was not simply an outfit, it was a message. She understood her role had shifted, and with that understanding came a subtle recalibration. Where others might have leaned into attention, she stepped back, allowing elegance to whisper rather than announce itself. As the year unfolded, Catherine's approach began to reveal a quiet experimentation within carefully drawn lines. At another wedding, her choice of a vibrant blue ensemble introduced a different rhythm, more lively, yet still composed. The structure remained refined, the accessories deliberate, but there was a hint of playfulness woven into the silhouette. This balance between individuality and expectation became a defining tension in her style. It was never about excess, but neither was it about invisibility. She navigated that space with precision, allowing just enough variation to keep the narrative evolving. Each appearance felt connected, yet never repetitive, as though she were gradually refining a language only she could fully articulate. Then came a moment that shifted perception entirely. Wearing a simple black and white polka dot dress, elevated by thoughtful layering and careful styling, Catherine demonstrated something quietly revolutionary. The garment itself was not extraordinary, yet the way she wore it transformed its meaning. It suggested that elegance was not confined to exclusivity, that composition could outweigh cost. In that instant, the distance between royalty and everyday life seemed to narrow. Observers recognized themselves in her choices, not because she abandoned refinement, but because she redefined it. This was not fashion as display, it was fashion as connection, and from that point forward, her influence extended beyond admiration into something more personal, more attainable. When Catherine appeared at her sister's wedding, the narrative deepened beyond aesthetics. Dressed in soft blush tones, her presence carried a quiet, emotional symmetry. Years earlier, roles had been reversed, and that memory lingered in the background of every photograph. The elegance of her attire was undeniable, yet it was her awareness of the moment that defined it. She adjusted, supported, and remained just outside the spotlight, embodying a balance between public expectation and private connection. Shortly after, at another high-profile ceremony, she demonstrated a different kind of discipline, choosing to repeat an outfit. In doing so, she removed novelty from the equation entirely. There was no competition for attention, no attempt to redefine the moment. Instead, she reinforced a principle, that true elegance lies in understanding when presence is enough. Over time, a pattern emerged, not of repetition, but of intention. Deep tones, soft pastels, structured coats, and familiar silhouettes formed a visual continuity that felt both stable and evolving. Accessories echoed this philosophy, never overwhelming, always considered. This consistency became her strength. While some viewed it as predictability, others recognized it as discipline, a refusal to be pulled by fleeting trends. Catherine's approach to dressing, particularly at weddings, revealed something deeper than style. It was an understanding of context, of timing, of respect. She did not dress to be remembered in isolation, but to contribute to a larger moment, and in doing so, she achieved something rare. In a world that often rewards excess, she proved that restraint, when executed with clarity and purpose, can leave the most lasting impression.